Good morning. Welcome to the Paul Green Comedy. Oh, it's not morning at all. It's evening. Oh my gosh. I am releasing this episode at night on June 3rd, 2024, episode 187 of the Paul Green Comedy PaulCast, the podcast by a dreamer for all you dreamers out there. I'm a stand-up comedian and actor sharing my journey through this crazy entertainment world. And today was an absolute crazy busy day, and just one of those days again where I was just slammed busy all day, and didn't have time last night to. Usually I try to film these podcasts the night before and have them released at 8 in the morning the following day. That did not happen. I was in Las Vegas yesterday, drove back home, and got into town, and then I had 2 open mics back-to-back that I was hosting, so I did that, and then I got to go hang out with my mom, which was super fun, and then I got home, and I just still had a bunch of stuff to do because I had been out of town, and by the time I got to bed, I was just not feeling trying to record the podcast episode last night, and I was like, that's okay. I'll find a time to do it tomorrow morning. And then this morning happened, and man, did I get hit with a Monday. Just all kinds of business stuff happening and stuff for work and meetings with marketing people. And then I had booked one of my gym sessions at noon at my lunch break. So I went and did that, and then came back, and then still had a bunch of other work to do. And then this evening, I had an interesting gig where I was a facilitator for this team building company. And they do just all kinds of corporate team building events and exercises. And so I was just part of this sort of facilitation crew. It was mostly just helping set up all of these like team building games for this large company. It was U.S. Bank. It was pretty big. I think they said they had about 350 employees there in the massive ballroom at the Westin Kierland in North Scottsdale. Very, very fancy resort. Ironically enough, I was a host and an MC at that very resort in that very ballroom about 5 or 6 months ago. Whenever that was. Jeez. Oh, how the time flies by. And so that was actually, it was a lot of work. It wasn't strenuous work. It wasn't like a performance. But, you know, we were just managing a lot of stuff going on and just walking around to all of these different tables with a bunch of high-energy business people who were building towers out of tinfoil and building bicycles for kids and then playing card games. And there was just all these different activities that we were facilitating. And so it was just sort of being on your feet for a couple 3 hours and walking around and getting the stuff set up. So it was pretty exhausting. And then I left that and then immediately went to go get some dinner. And I had my laptop, and then I pulled my laptop out, and then I just still had a bunch of work to get done. So there is so much going on. Gosh, I don't even really know where to begin. So I have a couple of shows that are booked and that are coming up pretty fast. So this Sunday, I'm going to be in Long Beach performing on a battleship in Long Beach in the Pacific Ocean. It's this retired battleship, the USS Iowa. And so I'm doing a charity show there and for veterans. And so I will be doing that this weekend. And then next week, I have the Midlife Crisis show. I got 2 shows of the Midlife Crisis comedy show coming up. One at JP's Comedy Club, and then another one at the Tempe Improv. And I have been working with an advertiser to help promote those shows. And that was actually what I was working on a lot today as well. And then my birthday was at the end of this month, and I say I love it like I do it all the time. I've done it once before, which is I love having a big comedy show for my birthday. And so JP's Comedy Club was gracious enough to let me book a comedy show at their venue on my birthday, June 27th. And so actually today I did a bunch of, sent out probably 30, 40 text messages to pretty much everybody I know in Arizona who I think still likes me. And, friends, I got family here, colleagues, sending them an invite to the show. And then, I created a graphic for it, and then, been posting on social media about it. So I've been doing that, then coordinating the other shows, coordinating my advertiser, and then, still had a bunch of work to do for the day job to make sure I'm getting all my responsibilities taken care of there. And just a lot going on for Monday on June 3rd. So, right when I get done with this podcast, I also have a self-tape audition that I need to record. So I'm not even done yet. It's almost, 10:30, and I still need to get that audition because it's due tomorrow. And I missed a deadline on an audition with my agency a couple weeks ago, so I do not want to do that again. Speaking of my agency here in Arizona, Signature Models and Talent, so about 2 weeks ago, if you follow the podcast, you may remember that I filmed a YouTube series. And that episode released today. And so I just happened to check, I found it today. So it's called Skorys, The Skorys, Skorys, like stories, but with a K, The Skorys. And, they just released the episode that I was in on their YouTube channel, and they did a really great job. It's really well edited. The whole concept is sort of zany and fun and kooky, but, I had an opportunity to film that with them a couple weeks ago. Everything I did was 100% improvised. They gave me no dialogue whatsoever, and really not even really a lot of guidance. They just said, oh yeah, we're here on this theater, and now we're going to be talking about these different ghost finding tools that we have. And I was like, okay. So we were just sitting around in a circle, and then I just started making all this crap up and started getting possessed and having all kinds of fun. So I had no idea what the final edit was going to look like, and they did a really good job. They're really good editors and really fun to perform with. Their YouTube channel has, I think, 2 million subscribers, so they're doing a heck of a lot better than I am with my 1,000 subscribers. So that was just really cool to see that come out, and to just starting to see these shows pop up on the schedule, having opportunities to perform, to produce more shows, and that's what living the dream is, I guess. It's just a ton of work, and then these cool experiences, opportunities to travel, seeing things that I've been in get released, and being able to get to enjoy those and send them out to people. And also, those of you who follow know that I was in Missouri last weekend, and Elizabeth Weichert has started releasing some of the videos that she and I have filmed together. Don't know how I feel about them. One of them, I was like, okay, okay. I'll just leave it at that. Just go, okay. One of the things that we filmed is there was this local boxing gym and they were having a live boxing match. It was a series of boxing matches throughout the evening. It was this gym and all of their students, and they ranged from very young. Like when we showed up, there were these like 8-year-old kids just pummeling each other in boxing gloves. And then it sort of just progressed up through, teenagers, and I'm sure it was more done by weight than age, but there was about 8 or 9 fights, and then me and Elizabeth were the intermission entertainment, and so we just went up on this boxing ring, and we had a couple things planned, but we didn't know what the heck we were doing. They gave us almost no guidance, and Elizabeth and I were just like, well, I guess we could just kind of do like a dance battle in the middle of the ring in front of all these people, and it was pretty cheesy, I'm not gonna lie. But so what? It was so much fun, and Elizabeth is so great, and let me hang out at her house and stay there and film with me, and just grateful for that. So lots of really great things happening. So this weekend I will be in Long Beach, and then I'm going to be here in Arizona, I think, for the rest of this month. I don't think I have any travel dates, at least until July, that I can think of. But overall, things are going very well, and I am just relishing all of these incredible opportunities and the people who are helping me and supporting me and giving me space and opportunities and partnering with me and creating with me and all good stuff. Very grateful. Good, long, very, very busy day. So sorry for getting this out in the evening instead of in the morning, but that is the brief update. I'll cut this one a little short and get this posted out for my myriads of fans out there. So everybody, keep living those dreams. Keep living those dreams. I hope yours are going well, and that you are finding opportunities and joy and fulfillment in your journey. Keep at it. I believe in you, and I love you all so much for listening. This is the Paul Green Comedy PaulCast, June 3rd, 2024, episode 187. And I will talk to you tomorrow. I will try so hard to get an episode out in the morning again tomorrow. Sound good, everybody? All right. I will talk to you then. Love you so much.